Everyone says AI makes creating KDP coloring books faster, but I don't think that's actually the biggest advantage, because the slowest part of creating a coloring book isn't generating the images. The real challenge is figuring out what niche to enter, coming up with a concept people actually want, creating the right prompt, finding keywords, and building a listing that gives your book a chance to be discovered. So I wanted to test something. What if, instead of trying to figure out every step manually, what if one AI workflow could actually guide me through the entire process? Today, I'm putting that idea to the test. I'm going to start with absolutely nothing, no niche, no book idea, no prompt, no keywords, nothing. And I'm going to use this workflow to create an entire KDP coloring book from scratch. And by the end of this video, we're going to find out one thing. Is this actually the fastest AI workflow for creating KDP coloring books? Now, before we start, I want to set some rules for this experiment, because it's very easy to make AI look impressive when you only show the perfect result. So I'm not going to hide the mistakes. If something doesn't work, you would see it. And if this workflow actually saves time, we'll see exactly where that time is saved. If you've ever tried creating a coloring book before, you probably know where most people get stuck. The first problem is usually, what exactly should I create? I mean, there are thousands of coloring books already on Amazon. So randomly choosing an idea and hoping it works isn't really a strategy. So the first test is finding the right niche. The goal here isn't to ask AI, give me some coloring book ideas. I mean, anyone can do that. The real question is, can AI help us find ideas that are specific, interesting, and easier to position? So I'm giving AI the first prompt from this workflow, pasting it here, and I'm clicking enter. Immediately, this is where I notice the difference. Instead of just throwing random ideas at me, it's actually giving me reasons behind the suggestion. So you can see as at July 2026. So this is something really recent. And this is where beginners usually miss the opportunity. They focus on creating pages first, but the main advantage, or one of the main advantage, starts before you ever generate your first page. So when we scroll all the way, you can see this one has the highest overall. And just to do a little bit of double check, I'm going into Amazon to double check the search demand. Can you see that this has just 151 results? That is to show you that when you create a coloring book on this particular niche, your book has a higher chance of popping up when someone searches this keyword. And you can see some of this book have really good number of reviews, which is to tell you that this has some level of demand and people actually want this kind of coloring book. And there are sub-niche recommendations. So you can see the Cozy Hobbies series. There's the target buyer. So we understand who our target buyer or target customer is. You can see the gap here. And the gap for this is the cozy version. And we have title and subtitle angles, axolotl days. We have some keywords here. We have page count, 40 to 50 pages, 8.5 by 8.5. You know, we have everything we need for deciding on this particular niche. And you can see that the prompts, the AI literally did the work. So now we're going to go in with axolotl, bold and easy, under the angle of cozy. So it's going to be titled Axolotl Days, a bold and easy coloring book. So now that we have a potential niche, the next question is, can AI actually help us turn this into a real book concept? Again, I'm going to go back into the unique AI workflow and get the detailed prompt that is going to help us do that. Now for this workflow, I want to generate the concept. So I'm going to copy all of this prompt here. And I pasted the prompt here because having a niche is one thing, but you still need a clear theme, a unique angle, a style, and a reason someone would choose this book over hundreds of others. So now I've added that, and immediately Claude AI goes to say, what is your specific niche? And I'm going with the first one. Why? Because Claude AI has already gotten the niches for us that we're leveraging. So I'm choosing Axolotl doing cozy. How many unique pages would you need So you can see that the workflow is literally making it easy. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to leave it at 20. And the mood and tone is bold and easy. So now, of course, we needed to impute some important information to help Claude determine what best concepts to give, because AI is not magic. You still need some human judgment. So now it has given us our complete 20 pages of the coloring book concept. Now, this is probably one of my favorite parts of this workflow, because instead of staring at a blank page, trying to come up with ideas, you already have multiple directions that you can evaluate. Now, before we move into actually creating the coloring pages, I want to ask you something. If you would genuinely use a workflow like this to save you time and help create your own KDP coloring book faster, comment the word workflow below. Leave it in the comment section. And now comes the part most people are waiting for. Can this workflow actually help us create coloring pages that look good? I mean, you can generate an image quickly, but speed doesn't matter if the result doesn't look like something people would actually buy. Simple prompts usually create simple results, and which is why we're using another prompt in the AI workflow, which is the batch coloring page image generator, which is going to help us expand on those coloring book concept ideas that Claude AI has already given. By the way, I've attached the entire AI workflow that I'm using in these videos to generate the entirety of this KDP coloring book. I've attached it and linked it in the description as well as in the comment section. And now I'm pasting the improved prompt here and I'm going to hit generate. You see, the difference comes from giving AI the right direction. You can see now it's asking what art style, and I'm going to say bold and easy. The right audience, which is kids age range 6 to 12, borderless. The right composition, you can see here as well, line thickness, extra bold and thick, because that's what we need for a bold and easy coloring book. The background, plain empty, because of course it's a bold and easy coloring book. So the line fill, I want a slightly hand-drawn, wobbly, imperfect line, and I'm putting that here. The orientation is portrait, 8.5 by 8.5 inches. And now Claude AI is asking us to paste the full list of our coloring page ideas, one per line. Now we already have that here, and all we're going to do is just simply copy that, and we're going to paste that here, and I'm going to hit generate. Now we're running the workflow, and you can see in less than 5 minutes we use this unique AI workflow to do the research and get our niche, to generate our coloring book concept ideas, and to even expand on these ideas to give us the detailed prompt that we can put into our unique AI image generator to give us the perfect images that we want. Now, can you see how detailed this workflow has made AI to create each page? So we have the page prompt here, we have the page 2 prompt, the page 3 prompt, all till we get to the 20th page. And all we need to do is take each of these prompts, paste it into our image generator, and start generating our images, which is what most of us watching this right now has been waiting for. And now I'm going to start adding this into the AI generator that I'm going to be using, which is this particular AI tool over here. I have been using it for quite a while because it has proven itself to be really good in terms of, handling detailed prompts, handling complexity, giving very, very unique images that are professional and way less distorted, thick outlines. I mean, it's really good. So now I'm going to the text to coloring page where I'm going to be imputing the prompts one by one. Now I'm taking the first page prompt and I'm going to paste it inside here. Now, as much as AI is doing like a chunk of the work, the least you can do is just read through the prompts and just double check so that you can be able to take out what you think is not necessary or add what you feel you need to add. So I've actually read through it. It's looking good. The difficulty level for this particular AI tool, you can actually play around with the complexity, and this difficulty level allows you to do that, whether you want toddler, no much detail, you want children, teenagers, or adults. For the purpose of this video, based on the difficulty level and what we're trying to achieve, I'm going to go with children. The dimension, I will leave it as square. I'll leave it at one batch. I'll turn all of this on and I'm going to generate now. Okay, this is actually looking better than I expected. And this is where I start seeing the advantage of having a structured process. But I'm not just going to stop there, because a real coloring book needs consistency. Same audience, the same style, the same overall feel. So I'm going to go back and do for the page 2 to see if page 1 and page 2 can have the same feel, such that they could sit together side by side in the same coloring book. And then I'm generating again. This is actually looking good. However, I have an issue with the fact that they are unclosed outlines. So I'm going to generate again. So it gave this also with incomplete, outline. And that's when it occurred to me that could the prompt be the issue, which is why I said it's always important to look at the prompt thoroughly. For example, when I checked the prompt, I saw that only the counter edge and the cooking tray included as necessary prompts, no other kitchen detail, which explains why this AI tool did not create the full kitchen counter. So what I'm going to do is I would go with this one, and in Canva, I can go about to create a frame around it. Now I'm going to do for the page 3 as well, just to test the consistency again. So I'm going to read through it again thoroughly, and that's why the process matters, because the difference between a random AI result and a usable result often comes down to the instructions behind it. And I'm going to generate again. And this is another one which is really cute as well. So I'm going to continue with this same process until I generate all the pages. So I have all of the images for the bold and easy, and I've gone ahead to create the page of the interior pages. I simply went into KDP Help Center. This one is really quite simple. I went to format your paperback, set trim size, bleeds and margins, and I just took the specification for bleed here, 8.625 by 8.75 to create the page. And for the margins, I used 24 to 150 pages, which is 0.375 by 0.375. So basically, just for the purpose of this video, I only picked out 12. So I only created 12 coloring images out of the 20 that AI gave. And basically, all I need to do is just go ahead and add them here to be bold. If you look at the image, they are actually really, easy to color and give off that cozy, relaxing scene. So I'm done creating the bold and easy cozy pages. So far we have a concept and we have actual coloring pages. But there's still one major question. Can this workflow turn this into a real KDP product that people can actually discover? And now I'm going to be making use of the KDP coloring book Amazon listing prompt. So I'm copying all of this right now, heading back into Claude AI, and I'm just pasting the prompts and I'm clicking enter. So now Claude AI is doing its checks. So now it says, before I write anything, a quick question. Do you have a title? If yes, what is it? So I'm going to say yes, and our title is Axolotl Days. The next one is what niche or theme is the book? It's in cozy theme, bold and easy, axolotl cozy hobbies niche, which is what Claude gave us initially. Third one is what's the emotional feel or purpose? So it is going to be relaxation because it's for kids and fun for kids. Who is it for? The age range. So it's kids ages 6 to 12. What's one standout thing that makes it different from other similar books already on Amazon? And this is very important. Why? Because now Claude is asking for the competition gap. And if you recall, when we started earlier from the niche research, that was one thing that using our workflow, we were actually able to figure out. Now, this is the gap. So the unique thing is axolotls doing scenes and hobbies, not generic axolotl only books. So that would be our unique entry. And the next one is how many pages and single-sided or double. Remember, in the initial niche research, we're going with 40 to 50 pages. So I'm going to say 40 pages. It is only because when I was trying to put it into the Canva book, that was why I used just 12, just to show you, so I don't have to generate all 40 just to explain that to you. But we're working with 40 pages for the Amazon listing because, of course, you cannot be listing a 12-page book. The number of your pages is one of the factors that add perceived values to your book. And I'm going to say single-sided. You can see that all these questions that Claude AI is asking is something that is super easy because based on the workflow, you already have the idea on what you are doing. You didn't need to crack your head. You didn't need to overthink this. The trim size is 8.5 by 8.5. Any target keywords, or should I generate them already? And I'll say generate them. And I'm hitting enter. And just in a matter of seconds, using this AI workflow, we've been able to generate a complete Amazon listing. You can see the subtitle options, multiple that you can pick from. You can see the book description, everything listed naturally, nothing overly AI generated. Bullet points about unique features of the book, 40 single-sided pages, bold and easy, one character, many cozy scenes, and all that. These are the back end keywords that you can use when you are uploading it on Amazon. And this is your sales copy, just in case you want to actually create a sales page to direct people to your Amazon listing, which is super good. Now, here's one thing that you'll probably be wondering. We created the Amazon listing, but have we forgotten the Amazon cover? We haven't, because this is the most important part of any KDP book. Because before anybody ever sees your amazing interior pages, before they click to see your Amazon listing and see all the lovely features you have inside of your book, the cover is what ends the click. And this is another place where random AI generations fail. I mean, some people could just say, make a coloring book cover. You're just going to get generic results. The thing is, you don't just need a pretty image. You need something that matches the audience and the positioning of the book. So I'm using the workflow again to generate cover directions based on the concept we have already created. So I'm using the KDP coloring book cover design prompt. I'm copying all of this here right now. Now for this, I'm going to be using ChatGPT. So I'm going to paste it here. The reason why I'm not using Claude AI is because Claude is not exactly proficient in generating images. And so I'm clicking on enter. Now, before we go ahead to generate any form of cover page, it needs to understand what we want. Just a little bit of details, just so that it can create coherent and consistent characters. Now, would you like the cover generated as black and white art so you can color it later yourself in Procreate or the AI tool I used? Or you would prefer it already in color? I'm going to use black and white art so I can do the coloring myself. Why? Because I want to first of all see the unique image that the AI tool is going to give. And I'm going to hit enter. So now it's asking us to upload reference pages, which is super important for coherent images and themes. So I'm going to go ahead and upload some photos and I'm going to click enter. And you can see with those 3 images, it was able to pick this unique feature of the image, which if you look at what we have here is really, really similar. Now, how would we describe the overall feel of the book? So it's going to be bold and easy, cozy, kids fun, and relaxing. And I'm going to click enter. Super easy to answer, straight to the point. So now I'm adding the target range. AI has asked for the target range / audience, and I'm writing ages 6 to 12, and I'm going to hit enter. Now we have the niche again as well, and I'm putting this here. So I'm saying bold and easy Axolot sale doing cozy hobbies. So that's the niche. You can see the more specific, the stronger. Our niche research workflow prompt has already given us the exact niche, and that's just what I'm putting here. Now, important question, would you like to transform one of the existing interior pages into the cover artwork or design a brand new hero scene? I'll choose design a brand new hero scene. The trim size is 8.5 by 8.5 inches square, and I'm hitting enter. And now with all of those informations and using the workflow prompt for the cover page, this AI tool is generating a cover. Wow. Now, when you look at this, this actually suits the theme it suits the feel, it suits the age range, the audience, the scenery, the niche. It just looks really good. So now that I have this, like I said, in the course of giving this AI the information, I was the one that chose for the AI to give it in black and white. If I wanted it to have come out colored, I could have as well imputed the colors beforehand and this image would have come out colored. But now that it has come out black and white, it's time to color. Now, there are two options that I have here. I can actually go back to this AI tool as it has this colorized drawing where I can just upload the drawing and describe in detail on how I want the image to look. Or I can as well just give the description to ChatGPT over here. But since ChatGPT has already created the image, I mean, it is more efficient to just tell it to color it. Now, I'm just going to give it this prompt here because I don't have a set of colors in mind. So I'm saying, this is beautiful. Now, I would like you to help me color the image. So what I want you to do is, first of all, study the image and the elements, the scenery, and based on the detail I've given you prior, based on the age range, who the coloring book is for, the theme, the niche, I want you to then use all of those things to color it appropriately. Now, the colors should be really vibrant, that pop well, and I would like the axolotl to be pink, and then you can color the background with the necessary colors that suit the elements around. I do not want warm-toned colors or dull colors or oversaturated colors. I want really bright, vibrant, and pop colors. And so, I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. Let's see how creative ChatGPT can be. I'm actually very hopeful. Why? Because we've given it a lot of prompts ahead of time. It has a lot of details about what we're trying to achieve. So it should actually give us something good enough. Can you see how perfect this looks? I mean, like, I wouldn't have been able to even sit down and come up with this cover design, but because of the AI workflow, you can see how well ChatGPT was able to come up with this design. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say, now give me the back cover page, and I'm going to hit enter. And this is the back cover page. Can you see? Amazing back cover page. It understood the assignment, no much detail like the front, just the background elements. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and download all of this. I'm downloading this one here, and I'm going to go ahead and download this one as well. Now, the next thing is to, of course, add it to our page in Canva. Now, I've gone over to KDP Cover Calculator where I've imputed all of my book information and gotten the full cover dimension, which I already created in Canva, and as well added the KDP templates here. I'm basically just uploading the files that ChatGPT has given us. So basically, the KDP template is just to help us know how to centralize things, and so that important information do not spill over into places that we don't want them to be. So now I'm just going to bring the first page here, like so, and expand it as well. Bring in the back page here. Can you see how similar they look? Even in terms of the color, the tone, the background, scenery, the feel, and everything. So we have this. I've added the title as well as the subtitle just to make the title really pop. I've changed the color. I could use a gradient as well. That's also fine, just to give it that unique pop. Of course, I'm adding the subtitle. I changed the color of the subtitle as well. This is looking really good. What I'm going to do right now is just reduce the transparency. Reason being that I'm going to be adding some of our coloring pages here, like just to fill up the back cover page a little bit. And I'm just going to add a shadow for all of them. And of course, when I'm done, I return the transparency, go back to the position, and I'm going to take this out here. And just like that, we have created our coloring book using a single AI workflow from start to finish, without having a niche, a book idea, coloring pages, cover page, nothing up front. Everything was created by this AI, and not just any kind of coloring book, a coloring book that would actually sell on Amazon. And of course, the next thing is to upload the book as well as the interior pages. If you recall, we have already gotten the Amazon listing, so we do not have to even crack our brain. This is our subtitle. We have different options to pick from. We have the title, we have the book description, we have the bullet points, the back-end keywords, everything necessary to be able to create our Amazon listing. So is this really the fastest AI workflow for KDP coloring book? After going through the entire process, I would say yes. Instead of spending hours trying to figure out what to do next, you have a structured process guiding you from the first idea all the way to the final listing. And this is why I actually created the ultimate AI prompt pack for coloring books, which is this workflow that I just used right now. Again, like I said earlier, I've linked it in the description as well as in the comment section. You want to go ahead, check it out, and start creating your coloring books 10 times faster. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe.